Right, so welcome to this blueprint course. I think this is going to be the most consequential course you've ever taken in your life. Literally, and I mean that. Because this is $1 million monthly psychology blueprint course and secret I'm about to break down for you and share with you. And just let you know that this was something that I, by divine inspiration came up with in my place of meditation and my place of trying to also overcome the limitations of the mind when it comes to trading, right? And as we go through this, you're going to learn how to scale from $50 literally to a monthly seven-figure, profit. So $1 million and above. And you're not just going to do that by risking a lot. You're going to do that by risking less than 0.5% of your liquid cash in the bank. Think about that. Less than 0.5%. Okay, you start the week with a certain amount of money, and then by the end of the week, you've actually made so much, from that little amount. So you trade with ease at the end of the day, precision, and also near zero stress. That is what you're going to achieve, with this. So without further ado, let's get inside and let's unlock the secret formula that is inside this blueprint. So here we have the introduction. So you can see the table of content. So we have the introduction, the intellectual property and copyright notice. We have the executive summary. We have the level ladder, how it works. I'm going to show you that. The progression to next level, also liquid cash in bank requirement. We have manage multiple accounts, visualization. What is possible when you now manage multiple accounts and you're able to repeat this across multiple accounts. And then the step-by-step guide, weekly checklist, and also psychology and mental hack, routines, micro habits, and drills you should engage in, core trading rules and risk management protocols. Sample level 1 week. I'm going to show you a sample of level 1, what it looks like, in reality. So the step by step and also example sequences of maybe wins and loss, scenarios. And then the next steps, what's the next step? And the resources also, and the risk and legal disclaimer, and then frequently asked questions, concerning this. So it's going to be excited. So buckle up and sit tight. Let's get into this. Now, this is just an overview. You already have seen this. If you have purchased a course, you already have linked to this. So you probably have read this, but it's just me just giving an overview of how I stumbled on this. Okay, imagine starting with $50 and flipping that to 6,200, not by trading recklessly, but by following a very strict and measured approach. That's incredible. $50, 6,200. By any standards, that's massive. Okay, and even if you don't meet your goal of 6,200, you can flip that same $50 by the time you're ending the week, maybe to 500. That's 10 times, or 1,000, or 2,000, 3,000. Who knows? Depending on how you do in terms of your win and your loss, and all of that. So it's massive. That's all I can say. And we're going to see all of this. Okay. So I just want to leave you with this word that I have here. It says that anything is possible to him that believes. So if you believe, as we go through this, it's going to be possible for you. All right. So intellectual property, of course, please don't transfer this to someone else. Okay, this is intellectual property that have been put together and packaged, to help you and to also help other traders. If you invest in your trading, allow people. Usually, when people get things for free, they don't really treasure them. However, if they pay for something, it helps you. It's also part of responsibility. So anybody who is going to be a very good trader, must be able to take responsibility. And it starts from how we handle even materials available in trading space. So please, this is intellectual property. I would kindly admonish that you don't share this and you keep this, in confidentiality. So please don't upload, don't distribute, don't reproduce and republish the material as much as you can without taking adequate permission. This will really just help us to ensure that this is something that adds real value to those who purchase, the course and also purchase the blueprint. All right. Okay, so now executive summary basically just highlights here the simple and repeatable money management progression, into a psychology and process system. So basically, I've been able to take this very simple and repeatable money, management progression process and turned it into something powerful, a very robust psychology and process system. And you're going to see that shortly. Now, this is the core promise. Now, start with a small risk of about $50 at level 1, and then follow clear rules of scaling and resets. And with consistent wins, you can simply just transform 5 trades, or with 5 trades and a 1 to 4 risk to reward, you could be making about 6,200 a week at level 1. Now, we're going to see the table where I'll take you through everything from level 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and it's going to be amazing, literally. Okay? So, yeah. So now, and just also mention that this blueprint also works for Forex. It works for crypto. It works for commodities, and I also believe even stocks. You can simply, just a repeatable pattern and process that you can actually apply, everywhere.